I'm currently in South America, in Peru. I'm working on a really exciting reforestation and indigenous resilience project. And as Sam mentioned, this all started when my friends and I went on tour across swing states around the United States to reawaken the dreams and the hopes of people. And we thought, how great would it be to not just have the dreams of people and collect them, but also plant them into the soil. And this was inspired by me planting trees in my home country in Colombia about 10 years ago with the Indigenous. And they told me that, when you plant a tree, you're not just planting a tree, you're planting a thought and you're planting an intention. And when we have this connection with 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 Mother Earth, that's when we really can connect with people in a different way. So I'm a strong believer in the Regeneration. We're talking about the time where regeneration is the next wave in our world. This is post-sustainability, because when we talk about sustainability, we're thinking about sustaining something that is actually not worth sustaining in many industries. So I'm a big pioneer in the Regeneration movement. Right now, communities need the transformational power of the arts and creativity more than ever. As we have seen from going to many conferences, from the United Nations to Davos to all of these conferences around the world, we're reaching a point where we've talked enough. We've had enough people talking about issues, and this is the time to actually focus on solutions. So the mission that we have with Seed Evolution is to awaken the innovation that's found in the human spirit of people. And right now we're fundraising to create not only a public art project, but a platform to inspire trust and help people reconnect with their light inside of themselves. Because each one of us are born with a special gift, but the world sometimes don't allow us to fully go for it. And as an ambassador of the Sustainable Development Goals of the United Nations, I'm a strong believer that if each human being will care about one topic in their lifetimes, we could actually be contributing to all of these solutions together. So that's what Seed Evolution is about. It's about. We started. How did we get started? That's me and my friends. We were sitting around and having dinner one night, and we said, okay, if Trump wins again and we don't have climate at the forefront of these elections, we're in trouble. So we got on a 40-foot bus and we toured across all of the swing states of the United States, and we were just talking about how these issues are not blue or red. These issues are humanity. Like, what are the things that are actually humanity care for and our communities care for? So we went around on our bus and we collected lots of dreams. I'll show you a video in a second right here so you can get a glimpse. I don't know if my internet's strong enough. Right now I'm in Cusco. So if you go to our YouTube channel, you're going to be able to see all of our videos of our tour. And that was basically how it all got started. And then across all of those communities, we connected with people and they share with us their dreams, right? So we took our bus, we invited people in a very COVID-safe space to perform, to share their voices. And it was wonderful, right? To just connect with communities that usually don't get the microphone. The idea is to really amplify the voices of those that don't get the microphone. And yeah, we collected over 1,000 dreams in less than 10 days. You know, we had lots of people just share with us what they wish to see more of in the world. And now we're in the exciting phase of planting those seeds, right? So we see each dream as a seed of hope, a seed of light, a prayer, an intention. And now we are in the process of planting them. A second part of our project, which is the most exciting for me, because first and foremost, and I'm an artist, is the creation of public art seed gardens. I'm very inspired by Full Minister Fuller work. So you can see here this like sacred geometry, the idea of creating these pot lights, um, where people can go inside, touch the soil, and learn about food security, food sovereignty. So this is an exciting portion of our project that we hope to develop in some key cities in the near future. Um, the third part of our project is Indigenous resilience. As an Indigenous person myself from Indigenous ancestry, I'm very much connected with Indigenous communities in South America. And I think when we talk about climate, it's absurd to not bring them into the mix when it comes to climate. Indigenous communities make up 5% of the world's population, yet they protect 80% of the global biodiversity. So I'm going to read that one more time so you understand. 5% of indigenous communities in our world are taking care of 80% of the global biodiversity that we have left. So if we are really serious about climate action and about really having bold climate action, being an ally and being in solidarity with indigenous communities, it should be our number one priority as a global, as a planet Earth. Why? Because these communities hold ancestral knowledge that have the keys for a lot of climate solutions that we are yet to fully tap into. Um, so yeah, with seed evolution, our idea is to plant those seeds, those dreams with indigenous communities, taking in consideration all of their knowledge, all of their suggestions, all of their knowledge on their lands, cultivating native trees to their lands, and just supporting them as much as we can. So we really believe in reciprocity and working with these communities right now in Peru. A week ago, we planted 215 trees. Next week, we have a goal of 400 more. And my goal for my time here in South America is 2,000 trees. So these are not just trees that we're planting. These are trees that are going to be helping the communities in their ecosystems to create more balance, to create more harmony into places that are very much at risk. So here in Peru, we're working with the Andean community, indigenous communities, and all of the trees that we planted are native to that space and are very important in the protection of the water supply of that community. So everything that we do in seed evolution is a closed loop. It is with a closed loop mentality of where do things come from, where are they going, how are we connecting with these communities, how can we create long-lasting relationships. All of this is done through created partnerships. I don't believe in reinventing the wheel, and that's why I'm so thankful to be here speaking with you guys at the Gaia Network, because I think that all of us that want to do something great in the world can do it, and we don't have to start from zero, and we actually have to create strong connections with the people that are already doing good work. So I focus on working with grassroots organizations that are on the ground, that are doing the work, that know the communities, that have strong relationships with them and works with them. So that's my approach. The approach is to do things in a way that's really collaborative, focused on community. Right now, we're exploring other connections with other great organizations across the world that are doing this work. So, you know, we're artists, we're artivists. We care for public art, we care for dreams, and we care for trees. So yeah, our goals are to inspire. We really want to start showcasing more pioneers in these local communities that are talking about food sovereignty, that are thinking about rebuilding urban spaces. We want to activate the public spaces in ways that are, how can we rethink and reuse public space? And I just want to show you an example of, one second. I want to show you an example of a local leader that we just want to showcase more of. This was in Miami at the Green Heaven Project.
How that started, like urban farming, YouTube.
These are the local heroes that we want to showcase more.
Community garden that a group of dedicated individuals have dedicated their lives to create security alternatives with people that really need it the most. You moved neighborhood 3 years ago from the...
No, I don't live in the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you don't have to live in the neighborhood. That's what I live on planet Earth. Therefore, the Earth is my walking ground. That's my Earth, not this neighborhood.
Being in this garden, in this neighborhood in Miami, represents to me community coming together to prioritize green space.
Yeah, so as you see here, this is an example of the community leaders that we want to continue showcasing. This is a community garden in a food desert in Miami, in Florida, in the United States, where there's not one single supermarket with fresh produce. The rates of poverty, crime rate are super high. People live under poverty. And these are the communities that we really want to connect with. And in this garden, for instance, it wasn't just a community garden. There was also a vertical farm. So we're trying to advocate for the traditional ways of farming, but we're also trying to tap into the future, into the emergent future. And that emergent future is, of course, it involves tech, which is a topic that I'm very passionate about, climate tech and climate tech solutions. What else? So yeah, we want to activate and educate people through our garden pots. We want to start getting people to touch the soil, to really understand where food comes from, talk about food security, food resiliency, and of course, being pioneers of the future. We're trying to think, how can we educate and how can we connect dots with new technologies like the blockchain technology, right? Like, how can we harness this really exciting phase in our human history to advance us as humanity? And we think that there's a lot of opportunity in tokenizing this type of work, or working with companies that already have tokens that are standing for our values, which is our desire to preserve the earth. Some places that we want to activate seed evolution this year are Peru, where I'm currently in, which we've already activated and we're going to continue activating. Then we have Colombia, Mexico, LA, Ohio, Detroit, West Virginia, Arizona, New York, and Miami. All of these are places that we think can be really, really special, just from the landscape, socioeconomical spaces that we know there and people. We would love to connect with these cities. What our immediate ask right now is that we are planting 2,000 trees here in South America, in Peru and Colombia, and we need help reaching our Gofundme goal. We're not just buying trees, we're also buying equipment and materials for the communities to plant these trees. So we're not just giving them a seed to grow, we want to set them up in a way that they're going to be able to maintain these. So all of these funds will go towards this project. We have a fiscal sponsor called the Borat Foundation, a group of activists from New Jersey that have been in business for almost 25 years. So all the donations are tax deductible. And yeah, we need lots of help. We have less than a month to make our goal. So we will appreciate any support on that front so we can make this tree plantation possible. And that's it. We are seeking angels, partners, collaborators, and we're just ready to make some magic happen. So definitely reach out by email or by Instagram or by Clubhouse, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook. We're out there, so get in touch.